Boy, I seen an African one time in a flick. I was watching a flick. He about 7 feet tall. He had his foot on the face, just like this here, planted down with one of them long basketball legs, dropping dick off in him. Had his goddamn foot pushed up against her face.
All right, hey everyone. Thank you all for joining me today. Happy 2024 to every one of you. I'm excited about the prospect of this year, what we've got going for you all. And I hope that every one of you is starting off this year, 2024, very well. And so blessings to you, your families, to everything that you've got going on or plan to have going on in 2024. 2024 will be an amazing year, and I speak it out to every one of you out there. So I'm sending out blessings, right? Blessings to everyone. On this studio and on this show, we've got quite a few things that we're going to be doing in 2024. It's going to be a different year for us. As you can see, the studio is different from what we had in 2023. We spent a great deal of time designing the set and designing this way, the studio, so we can bring you guys a different experience. One of the key things I like to do for my subscribers and those who watch me is to make the experience of this show very favorable and pleasant experience. So the studio is different. What is also going to be different is the type of content you're going to be getting in 2024. You're going to be getting a variety of content, things that are different. We're going to be having discussions more than just, hashing out a topic. So I want to have good discussions. We're going to be talking about things. I'm going to have guests frequently on the show, and we're going to cover a variety of topics, not just the type of topics we talked about in 2023 and previous years. So it's exciting. So be ready for that. Set your notifications. I will also be going live as often as possible. So it won't just be the scheduled lives. I can pop in tomorrow and do a live show. I can do a live show in the middle of the night. I can do a live show in the middle of the week. So it's one of those situations where it's going to be on a spontaneous basis. So again, the idea behind that is to give you guys great content and to keep you informed of what's going on in our society, of what's going on in our community, and to bring a lot of information to you guys as relevant as possible. So all the content are going to be relevant to you, and are things that I think you should know about. And then we're going to have really strong discussions. And so that's what you're going to find in 2024. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the prospect of what we're going to be doing. Leave me a comment. Let me know, what your thoughts are. We also are going to be engaging you guys much more. So there's going to be giveaways occasionally during the live shows. There's going to be giveaways. So make sure that you are showing up at the live shows. And also corporatejunky.com, which is the official website, is also going to be a lot more information than what it is on there. It's going to be placed on there. So there are a couple of things that I'm working on to really make that site very relevant to you, and the information on that relevant to you and how you can access certain things. So make sure that you're doing that. Join our mailing list. There's going to be an email list on the site, so you can go in there and add yourself to the email list. What that does is you become the first to get notified of giveaways and also enter into a giveaway. So only those within our email list are going to be entered into a random giveaway. So if you're not on the email list, you might not take advantage. You might not be able to take advantage of that when that comes up. On top of the fact that we're going to be sending out relevant articles, you need to know information, and plenty many more things that you're going to benefit from being on the email list. But anyway, so let's talk about what's going on this show. We're going to be talking about quite a few topics, one of which is Charleston White. I want to talk about Charleston White And I'm going to be discussing a variety of things. Now, for those of you who might not know who Charleston White is, because I did not know who this individual was until he started making, I don't know why YouTube served him to me, but over the holidays, he came into my feed, and I saw quite a few of his videos. The one in particularly that we're going to be talking about today is of great importance, of a great interest to me. I want you to hear what he says about Africans. Now, I'm also going to draw the distinction between the Charleston Whites of the world and African Americans. Now, the Charleston Whites of the world, he's a Black American. Understand, the Charleston White is a Black American, not an African American. There's a difference. The people that think like Charleston White, those are your Black Americans. They're not your African Americans. And that's why I'm going to draw this. It's important for you to understand there's a distinction between that. I don't consider Black Americans as my peoples. I don't. African Americans are my peoples. And I'm going to tell you why this is different. Because the Charleston White doesn't represent African Americans. He does not. His ideology, his behavior, his lewd comments, his incendiary comments does not represent the vast majority of African Americans. It's representative of a lot of Black Americans that think like him. So we'll talk about that. And so we'll have a great conversation about that. So it's going to be great. So let's get into it, because I want to get into this conversation. Hit the like button. Get comfortable. We're going to have a good discussion about this. Okay, let's get into it.
I don't know who this Tasha K broad is, but they say she married to an African. Anytime you catch an American broad with an African, it's fucked up. Don't say anytime you catch an American broad, catch an American that's somewhere talking, say my bitch ain't fit to be nowhere doing all that talking. Say, listen, say, hold on, I'm finna get the bitch, don't worry about it. Somebody tag the bitch, get that hoe in here. See, the bitch, they tried to get me on the platform with the bitch. And see, I'm starting, see, my nigga tried to bait me in. My nigga tried to bait me in and put me on the platform with the bitch. They want me to sit down with the bitch for free, right? Y'all peep gang, I'm finna hit y'all with it. They wanted me to sit down, my nigga wanted me to sit down with the bitch for free. But I don't do all that for free. So, just reach out to my management team and wanted to do an interview. But the bitch couldn't afford me.
Yo, bro, I gotta tell you. Yo, bro, I gotta tell you, that walk was epic. I gotta play that again. Hold on a second. I gotta play that again.
All that for free. So just reach out to my management team and wanted to do an interview. But the bitch couldn't afford me. Say no. Say. Couldn't afford.
Yo, bro, I gotta tell you, that's funny. The way he did that, that's funny. Yo, hold on, I gotta play that again. Hold on, I gotta play that again.
The bitch couldn't afford me. Say no,
bro.
Say. The bitch couldn't afford Lil Daddy. No, Lil Daddy, the bitch couldn't afford me. So guess what? The bitch went and like what a bitch do, cause she ain't no hoe. No, she ain't no hoe. A hoe, only way a hoe go be fucking with a bitch if she trying to get at that nigga pocket. This a bitch. This a dirty leg, rotten mouth. Funky cock bitch fucking with a player.
Okay, so just in case you've missed it, and you don't know who he's talking about Tasha K. And a lot of this rant is against Tasha K. Tasha K is a content creator on YouTube, very successful one, who is married to, I think she's married to a Nigerian. And so he's going in on her. And you're going to hear I'm not gonna play the extent of his video because the video is very lengthy and it goes on and on. But what you're gonna hear is his rant against Tasha K. And I think for what you'll find is Tasha K reached out to him for an interview, apparently, and he told her there's a fee to interview him. She doesn't respond back to him because maybe she decides I don't want to pay this fee. So that's what the basis of his argument and his rant is. So let's just keep listening.
In the Mac. Now, check game, right? So I told my partner, say, homie, if I sit down with the bitch, this was my exact words to him, right? If I sit down with the bitch, I'm going to start disrespecting the bitch. Because here's my take. Anybody asking me any questions, right? Anybody asking me any question. My first question is, do you do community work? Do you work in the community? Because I really work in the community.
Yeah, right.
So when I ask that question and they say, no, you ain't got a thing to say to me, bitch. Or now, nigga. Do you work in the community? Because I'm online bullshit and getting money. When I get offline, I'm back in the community working. So what do you do in the community other than lying on? Because don't you owe Cardi B some money for lying, hoe? I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to call you no hoe because you ain't worthy to be no hoe. No, you a funky bitch. Say, don't you supposed to be paying one of them court order judgments, bitch, while you worried about me, bitch? Because they got you for, what, 1.5 million? Do they have to go after your motherfucking ass? Do they got to put a lien on your house? Because, bitch, you don't own that house, do you? Ain't no lien on our house, baby. We getting ready to sell out. So, bitch, I'm trying to see something about you. Can you pay that motherfucking money, bitch, while you got so much to run your motherfucking mouth about a player that's getting money? I ain't been sued, ho. I'm sorry, man. I keep calling this bitch a hoe. And this bitch don't know nothing about hoeing. Because pimping and hoeing have always been the best thing going. Now, if you want to fuck with a pimp, choose up and pay that motherfucking me interview fee. And we can do this here. But bitch, until then, don't bother me. Until you pay that fee, bitch. You call my people, and my people told you.
Yo, listen, if you ever want to know what a Pookie looks like, that's him. If you ever want to know what a Pookie, or is it a Ray Ray? I don't know. But if you ever want to know what that looks like, or who is a Pookie, that's Pookie right there. You know, and I really enjoy watching the way he leaps and his whole footwalk. I think that's cool. You know, that's about the only thing I think in this video that I think is pretty cool. The way he's just like bounces and I couldn't do it. You know, it's really cool. You the way he like tosses back and forth and his whole footwalk. You tend to see a lot of that from the Pookies and Ray Rays. You know, the whole grabbing of the crotch and all of that. That's what that looks like. You know, it's equivalent to what we will call Alaye boys or, you know, Oshodi boys or, you know, that the area boys. That's the Pookies. Everyone's got one in every community. We don't glorify ours, but they tend to be glorified in this community. So that's what that looks like.
What the fee was. So now you go, no, man, I hate a dirty leg, black ass bitch like you, married to one of them old rotten, ashy, foot long, dick ass Africans that's fucking your back out of piece, ho. You know, boy, that motherfucking African is ruling in the house. No, he mean in the mother. Boy, that motherfucking ashy, foot long, toe motherfucking African mean in the motherfucker. And you can't make no foo-foo. You don't even know nothing about no foo-foo. All the Africans know about that foo-foo. It ain't nothing but biscuit dough and tomato sauce. You don't know nothing about no foo-foo. You know, yeah, you ain't.
Yo, the foo-foo, man. I tell you, I don't know. I don't even enjoy foo-foo. Foo-foo, I don't even enjoy it. But it's funny how he says that. But it's funny how people like him would always use that to equate a lot of Africans. Not everyone eats that. I don't even eat it. When I was growing up, my parents made me eat it, but I don't really enjoy fufu. I don't. But people like him seem to think everyone in Africa eats fufu. But that's besides the point anyway.
but a rotten ass bitch that married one of them Africans so they can get legal. And y'all just like f***ing. Y'all don't love one another. I can tell the way you online. Ain't no happy hoe. Ain't no just having life they motherfucking way online talking how you talking. You bald head funky bitch. You a bald head bitch. And you look like your pussy got hair on it and it might be good in the motherfucker. I bet that African wearing that motherfucking pussy out, but y'all don't love one another. You funky dirty leg. How I bet that pussy good. How I bet that hairy motherfucking pussy was looking at your ugly bald head. Boy, I seen an African one time in a flick. I was watching a flick. He about 7 feet tall. He had his foot on the face, just like this here, planted down with one of them long basketball legs, dropping dick off in him. Had his goddamn foot pushed up against her face.